Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope your day's doing good. I'm working on a portrait here on my iPad with Procreate, which, by the way, is a program that I actually love. I haven't used Photoshop, so I have no idea how to use it. But I do like the ease of Procreate. And so I'm just posting as I work on it. So, anyone that's watching this video, tell me what application do you use? Do you use Sketchbook Pro? Do you use Procreate? What application do you use, and why do you use it? What are some of the features that you like? Oh yeah, I almost got to say, hey, if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. Get a little tongue tied. But as you can see with this portrait here, I started with the base colors and slowly going in with shadowing and the highlights. What's interesting about art is that everybody has their own technique. I've seen people that start very light and work darker, and I've seen some that work the total opposite. They'll start dark. They'll start dark and right and go light, or go light and go dark. So I guess it's all on your preference. I get some people that will see my artwork and say, "How did you do that, man? And did you take lessons?" and that type of thing. So the way it started with me as a kid was that my brother and I used to draw all the time. Matter of fact, we drew so much that if we got a bad report card, what my mother would do was she wouldn't take us off the television or the radio or anything like that. What she would do is she would take my paper and pencils. That was my punishment. But that was just how much I liked to draw as a child. I was probably, 15 or so. And I originally started drawing from comic books. I would draw Spider-Man, Incredible Hulk, Avengers, Iron Man, stuff like that. And I loved Mad magazines. I loved the way that they drew in Mad magazines. And so that's how I started drawing. Just doing it every day, And the thing with drawing is you never notice yourself getting better. It's just over a period of time, just from doing it so much, you get better as you go along. And so that's how I started drawing. Now, as far as portraiture, I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm a good portrait artist. I'm okay. I think I am better with colors. I think I'm better at that, more so than I am drawing. I don't know. But the way I even came about drawing people was I was probably in the 11th grade or so, and my art teacher set a box of pastels on every student's desk and gave us a sheet of paper. Up until this time, the only thing that I had worked with was watercolors and pen and ink. And so I knew nothing about pastels. I knew nothing about the application of it or anything. But I did a portrait of myself, and it turned out okay. What I've always done was I didn't know anything about the color wheel, about cool colors, warm colors, and all of that. I just went by what I felt looked right to my eyes, or what colors felt right. And I still do that now, even though I should use the color wheel more. But for me, I go by what I feel. And sometimes it's trial and error. But because whenever I'm out and about, I always look at my surroundings and I look and see what colors, look good. So I have an idea of kind of what colors go and don't go together. And so when I did the portrait of myself, like I said, it turned out pretty good. And so after that, I would have other students, ask me to do a portrait of them. And so I would do a portrait of them. And then that's kind of how that got started. But I never really had like any formal art training, And so you can see with this portrait that I'm working on here, you'll see that there's some blue in the skin, there's some purple, red, because skin tones are not just one color. It's a lot of different, I guess you could say, light rays and how it bounces off the skin, and that's how you perceive color. And so a lot of times skin can be ambient to the colors that are surrounding it, whether it's colors that's bouncing off clothes or the environment. And so one thing that always helps is when you do a portrait and you're doing the background, sometimes what you can do is to harmonize the overall picture is to use some of the colors that's in the background in the skin, or some of the colors that's in the skin in the background, and that makes everything harmonious. When I start this video, I really didn't have any idea what I was going to talk about, but I guess kind of want to give my viewers an idea of who I am, what I like to do. I draw, but I do music also, and who knows, I may post some of that on this page at some point. And I love photography. I'm getting into filming, but I think I'm just a creative person overall, and so I love to do anything that has to do with creating. But that's pretty much about me. It's not much to tell. This portrait I haven't finished, so when I do finish it, I will post how it turns out. But this just me saying hey to my followers or future followers if you choose to subscribe. But you all have a nice evening, and take care.